Hi everybody, I'm Daniel Tadros. Welcome to DigitalWorldCitizen.com. Today we'll be talking about why Bitcoin is the logical evolution of money. Right after this. Hi everybody, I'm Daniel Tadros, one of the Tadros brothers, and today we'll be talking about why digital money, Bitcoin, is the natural evolution of things in the world. Why? Well, we started by digitalizing our music, we started by digitalizing our typewriters, and then our movies, and then we started digitalizing our videos, and everything is going step by step by step. The next nice light here going through. The next logical evolution is to digitalize our money. And after our money is digitalized, you guys can start creating and wondering what else we can digitalize. And if you guys want like a tidbit of info on what I think is going to be digitalized, is I think our brains and all our biometric data will be digitalized. Anytime anything is digitalized, like our taxis were digitalized, our motel rooms were digitalized, a new value was added to our taxi system, to our hotel system, and so bit by bit we're digitalizing everything. And the natural lead up to the digitalizing of our world is digitalizing our money. That's why for me this is an inevitable future, that Bitcoin and decentralized systems it's inevitable that where this is going. Our money was already digitalized. What people have to understand, it was already digitalized, but what Satoshi Nakamoto invented was a way to exchange trust on the internet without a centralized power, with a decentralized source of confirmation, of consensus. And so this was a huge breakthrough, and the way that this was done, it's been the biggest deployment of civil cryptography in the history of mankind. So what Satoshi Nakamoto solved was the Byzantine's general problem. What that says is that, how do you make sure that when we do something that everybody knows that this is happening, and how do we advise? So it's basically, how do we make how do we not double spend? That's what they solved, the double spend problem. How do we send $10 and confirm that this $10 wasn't spent 2-3 times? So previously, when we did this with photos and videos, you can just copy a video and it's done. And now, how do we copy like a $10 twice or 3 times? You can't do that. You can't do that with the open blockchain. You can't do that with any blockchain. But Bitcoin is an open, distributed open blockchain, a ledger that is distributed worldwide, and that is the turning point. That was the one element that made this new innovation so artful and innovative. And they took all the same properties that Satoshi Nakamoto or the group of people identified as Satoshi Nakamoto took the same properties as gold. For example, there's only 21 million bitcoins. For example, what else is the same? That's one of the things that they took like gold. So they were pretty artful in deciding how this was done. But the best thing that they ever did, and Satoshi Nakamoto disappeared out of thin air. So the best thing they ever did is disappear and make it a distributed open blockchain where there's no one central power that determines the exchange of value, like all our other banks. And this is the turning point here of digitalizing our money. It's going to create a sovereign a currency, and it's like for the moment we don't see like too much the advantages, but this allows us to innovate without limits. It's an open source software innovation technology that we can take, entrepreneurs like me can take and innovate on. And this is incredible. It's like the internet. Bitcoin is like the railroads that were created to do all this stuff. Like the internet was created, like the internet was the railroads to exchange information, GPS information, data, videos, everything. And this is what has been changing our whole world. But now Bitcoin is now the railroads, the pathway to innovations on money. And we can take a fork of Bitcoin, create a brand new coin, and say, hey, now you could create a new coin. You know, we can innovate at will. And this is where the power lies, because it's an open system. Any closed garden, like our banks, do not innovate like the internet has been innovating. That's why the parallels between the internet and Bitcoin are incredible. So Bitcoin is really the internet of money. It's internet 3.0, and it will disrupt all the big industries, such as insurances, money, currency, government, anything that has to do with exchange of value, real estate. And I'm still missing some. And investing in Bitcoin today, guys, is one of the best things that you can do, because it's the technology on which everybody will build, and it's the technology with which we trade every other single altcoin. We go in with Bitcoin, trade into an altcoin, go back into Bitcoin, trade into US cash, and it's widely distributed. It's been 10 years now. It's way ahead of any other cryptocurrency. So make me a favor, invest a little bit in Bitcoin. I don't think nobody's going to regret it. And so this is a logical evolution of money. Bitcoin, that's what it is. After digitalizing our files, our music, our videos, our taxis, our hotels, our radio stations, digitalizing our TV stations, digitalizing, maybe the examples are, indefinite, our toilets around the world, digitalizing our handyman, our ads, our newspaper ads. We digitalize everything in Web 2.0, and now we're going to be digitalizing anything that has to do with exchange of value and trust. And this is the logical evolution, guys, of the history of man. And Bitcoin will change the future. And this decentralized nature of Bitcoin and other blockchains to come and cryptocurrencies to come are changing the world forever. And for the best of humanity, it will free the world. It will free the citizens of the world. Will innovate at will. Will create other things, create other currencies, be finally liberated by the countries that control our monetary policy. And this is where citizenship, guys, will come about. Citizenship will come about through digitalizing our money and our currency. We have a sovereign money, then we'll become sovereign citizens. Our borders will disappear more and more with Web 2.0. Our borders have disappeared a little. Now with digitalization of money and the creation of a new worldwide currency, such as Bitcoin, our borders are now disappearing even more, because we'll have one international, transnational currency that we can send to China in 5 seconds, as opposed to a wire transfer. If you've ever sent a wire transfer to China, you know what I'm talking about, or anywhere else. So, guys, we're on this movement of creating 1 billion digital citizens in the world through cryptocurrency. Get your Bitcoin account. Join into the crypto movement. Let's become sovereign citizens of the world, and get onto digitalworldcitizen.com. Peace, guys. Why peace? Because by adopting cryptocurrency, we are now removing the power from the states that want to go to war by planes, by jets, by tanks. We are creating a coin. We're creating a movement that we buy into, and we define our sovereign, our identity, and change the world. Starting from there, everything will be possible if we can just gain that sovereignty. Peace, guys.